Welcome to Class Decoratives. In this class, we'll be learning how to make a ready-made bra cup. I'll be teaching you two methods. The first method is to draft it. So how to draft it? You'll be needing your bust height and bust width measurements, right? So from here to here, I want to insert my bust width. My bust width is 8. So half of 8 will give me 4. So this will serve as my bust points. Okay, it's just a guide there. This bust point here will guide me to go further, right? So this is the bust width. Next, we want to insert the bust height, which is 7. From this point, I'll mark 3.5 here and 3.5 here, which gives me 7. Okay, you can insert a line. So what we want to do here, we'll tighten the under bust. I'll just tighten the under bust. I'll be marking 1 inch on each side. Okay, 1 inch here, 1 inch here, to tighten the under bust. Now I'll also tighten the side with half an inch. Okay, when you are doing yours, please don't follow me and use your eye measurements. Okay, so I'll be linking here back like this, and then I'll use my curves to curve out this part. And also still to curve out this part, ensuring that none is too curvy. Okay, so having done that, the next thing we want to do, we want to determine the upper bust. Now this is the center front. So from the center front, I'll just go up by about 2.5 inches. Okay, I want to curve out that shape in front. You can do 2. Okay, you can do 2 if you really want it very deep. I'll be doing 2.5 for the sake of the class. Okay, and I will link it to the over bust like this. Can you see? After doing that, I'll also tighten this part, okay, by half an inch and link back beautifully like this. Also, I'll be tightening with half an inch on this side like this and link back to the bust points. Okay, then I'll be going up from here to meet with this. Okay, so from the bust point to this part is 3.5. so I will come here and place my tape and also do the 3.5 here. So this is on the same page. Then I will link like this and then just link it up. So in effect, the tightening we're supposed to be having here has been brought up here, had been brought down here. So by the time we close this part, the up will lap beautifully. So that's how to draft the homemade bra cup. I'll be cutting out now. Just follow me as I cut out. Then you try to make a sense out of it. It is very easy, very easy. I will label, this is the up, this is the down, this is the center, this is the side. Okay, very important. Then for these two, center, side, down, up, down. Okay, so this labeling will guide me as per transfer to fabric. Okay, by the time I want to transfer to fabric, these things I just quickly labeled are the ones that will guide me. So I have also cut out, and this is what we are having. And by the time we want to sew, we'll be joining this like this, and go ahead and join this like this, and we'll get our cup. I'll quickly join with the masking tape so that you see the final result. If this is the result, as you can see, our bra cup is really deep inside and beautiful. Okay, follow this method, it's very nice. And also you will notice that when you put it, if you are using this method, you can actually see if you want something lower or higher than this, because once you are done this way, you can place it on your body and check how it is. For me, when I checked, this part looks too up and right, so I'll trim off a little, especially from the side, so this part relaxes very well on my body. Okay, so my bust is not as wide as this on the upper area, so the only adjustment I'll be doing is to reduce the side by 1/4 of an inch. Can you see? I'm just cutting it off 1/4 inch this way, and then on the front too, I'll go down a little by just same 1/4 inch. Okay, and know that this discrepancy might have happened because I'm using a marker pen. The part the marker pen is marking is deeper when you are using pencil. I'm using a marker pen so that you see what I'm doing exactly. If not, I was supposed to use a pencil to draft my pattern. Okay, so this marker pen is what is causing a little excess in the pattern. So I'm actually doing my adjustments before I'll finally transfer to fabric, right? So this is me trimming off a little excess. Okay, now take a look at this. This is my exact bra cup size. This is the ready-made bra cup, ready-made. Now look at them together. Let me place a ruler on both so you tell me which is higher. Can you see? Can you see this? It is obvious that this, the one I made by myself, is higher, and therefore it will accommodate my bust and make me look bustier than the ready-made bra cup. So that's the reason why I actually usually recommend this. So now the second method is a situation where you really do not want to go through this drafting process. Your brain has not carried the process, for instance. Okay, and you have a ready-made bra cup, but you still do not want to use it to work. Okay, maybe the foam you want to use is far superior to this one carried by the ready-made bra cup. Okay, you just want something different from this, but you have this. Now this is what you do. You still do not want to draft, remember? So the only thing you do is to use this one, get your exact size. Okay, for instance, your bust is 36, your exact size will be 38. So this is size 38, I am size 36 bust. So placing this on my body is my exact bust size, right? Though it's not as deep as the one I created, which is more superior. Okay, but let's assume that is the situation. I don't know how to draft this particular one very well, and I don't want to use a ready-made bra cup. So in that case, this is what you do. You get your exact size like I've explained earlier. You fold it up into two. Okay, you also still mark out a line and indicate the midpoint of that line that you want to mark. In no particular order, you just mark a line and tell yourself this is the bust point. Okay, so in this case, you will be placing your bra cup on it like this. Can you see? Can you see? So you just place it this way and mark out. Just mark out the way it is. No big deal, just mark out. Now you are marked out. You are marked out. That's all. That's all you need. You can place it on this side if you do not want to just cut out in twos. Can you see this? So this is it. You simply fold it flat, place it on one side first, you sketch it out, flip it over, place it on this other side and sketch it out, and that is all. You have your ready-made bra cup. Now if you want to deepen it, you know this is not so deep. Naturally this doesn't come really deep. If you want to deepen this pattern, at this point you can go ahead and then just add extra. You can just add a 1/4 inch to the tightening on this side, okay, a 1/4 inch on both sides. Can you see? So this will make it deeper by the time you fix them together. So let me cut out and we'll see the results. For this one, you really do not have that luxury of styling it to have that 3-piece like we are having here. Okay, this can be a different fabric, this can be a different fabric, and this can also be a different fabric. For this, we only have 2-piece. Okay, 2 pieces. So it's not, I cannot give you 3 different cut stylings. So you can actually go ahead and label up and down. Also in this, I think I will just label. But we are actually working with this, okay? And this is our luxury dress. And this is our premium luxury dress. So we're working with this, right? Okay, so this is our pattern. The customized one. This is down automatically. This is up. This is up. And here is center. Very important. Here is side. So let me quickly mask it together so you see the final result. I'll just tape it together, okay? So here we have our second method finished. Okay, can you see? If you follow that tightening method I taught you by removing 1/4 inch from the down, this is the result. Can you see how deep this is? It's almost deeper than this. Can you see? And this part is well tightened. Okay, so at the end of the day, there is no superior method. You can actually work with this. And if you want to tighten this upper part more on this one, you can come over here. Okay, let me carefully remove it, and then go ahead and tighten further. Okay, you can mark 3/4 inch. You can mark 1/4 inch from here and then cut off even 1/2 inch. Just mark 1/2 inch here and cut off. You'll see how well tightened the upper bust area will be. So any tightening you want to do on the upper bust area, just come to the side and do it. You'll get it right. Okay, let me see. So if I place this on my body now, it will lap better and it will give me a better. Can you see that it is even more copy? The cup is even more than how it was before now. Can you see? Okay, so you can tighten this side with 1 inch to allow this part to lap very well. Okay, so this is the one I created with this. If you place this together, can you see that this is now superior to this because I did tightening on the down parts, okay, while transferring it to the paper. So but in all, we are working with this. I prefer the look of this particular one, and now it sits nicely on my body, especially after tightening this part with 1 inch. For this part, it still remains 1/2 inch, right? 1/2 inch on each side, but this other side, the upper part has been tightened with 1 inch. It's only the down part that was tightened with 1/2 inch. So take note of these points. They are very, very important. That's how to draft your homemade bra cup. We'll be transferring this pattern to fabric. After transferring to fabric, I'll show you the results, and then we'll go ahead and sew our dress. Welcome to class once again, dear creatives. So in this class, I'll be showing you how I transferred the ready-made bra cup to fabric and the sewing process. As you can see, I have transferred the pattern to fabric. You already know how we cut out this pattern, but the transfer to fabric method needs to be explained. As you can see here, I am done with one. Okay, I am done. Just to complete here by tacking, or I will use hemming gum to make it stay together. Can you see how neatly finished the bra cup is? See how deep it is? So this is just perfect. I want to show you how I did this with the second bra cup. Okay, so you know the bra cups are 2, so I'm done with 1. Can you see? It's so nice, neat, deep, just perfect. Okay, So I want to explain all these patterns we have here are what I'll be using. For this is supposed to be 2 and this is a second one. I'm already done sewing, so I'll clip to make it relaxed. Okay, I'm done sewing this together. Then for this, I'll be sewing with a zigzag machine. If you notice, for this one, I have half an inch allowance to sew. Okay, I left half an inch sewing allowance. Also, for this, can you see? There's half an inch sewing allowance all around. But when it comes to this part that carries the foam, look at it. This is my foam. And also note that I have doubled the foam. If you can remember the foam I showed you earlier on that I'll be using to do my ready-made bra cup, you'll notice that it's not as thick as this. Can you see? So it's just one. I didn't gum this place properly, so that I will show you exactly how it is first. Can you see? This is hemming gum. I have placed hemming gum in between the two foams. Okay, then I now fused it with the help of a very hot iron. Then after doing that, I also placed hemming gum here, and then I fuse this fabric on top of it. Okay, note that the fabric you have to fuse on top of the foam is supposed to be exactly the pattern, and also the foam is meant to be exactly the pattern. That means you do not need to add any form of allowance, right? So this is how it is. Okay, then for these smaller ones, I have done the same thing. Can you see? Okay, I've done the same thing too with the foams, and then the cutting out of the pattern from the pattern. Can you see? So this is how is it. Can you see this? So there is no allowance at all on the foam, and on the crepe fabric that will be fused to the foam, no allowance. Then you now cut out another pattern. This is just for one bust. Okay, you should know that this bust has been coupled. Okay, these patterns were cut out for a second bust and it has been coupled already, so we are treating just one. So for this, for one bust, you cut out the foam. For me, I double the foam, so double foams for each pattern. This is for one bust. Note, double foams for each pattern. Then a crepe fabric, which is exactly the size of the pattern paper. Okay, and then we'll cut out another crepe fabric that we have allowances on. For this crepe fabric that there are allowances, you cut out 2 sets. That is 2 of this, 2 of this, and 2 of this, which creates something like this. Can you see? We have one here and we'll also have another one here. This is just to finish it and give it a nice close-up, right? So for this we have 1 and 2, whereas this is already inside. So this is our pattern. I will transfer to fabric. I hope you understand the transfer to fabric process. Once again, while transferring to fabric, the foam should be cut out exactly the size of the pattern with no allowances. If you feel you should laminate a fabric on top of the foam, that fabric too should be cut out exactly the same way, just like I have done. And then the fabric that should be cut out with allowances should be cut out twice. Okay, you need the main fabric and then the lining, the main fabric and the lining. Now let's go over and sew, believing you understand. So we'll be starting from this. Okay, we'll be starting from the foam itself. We'll now put aside the patterns. So this is the down. This is the down for this. So I want to pin them at the down, right? Then for this, I would love to also indicate the down by just placing a pin there. Okay, so let's go over to the machine now and sew. Now here is our machine. For this pattern, we are using a zigzag machine to sew. That is for the foam. We are using a zigzag machine to sew the foam. Just watch what will be happening. I'll be setting the machine to zigzag now. Okay, so a wide enough zigzag stitch. I have set it. Okay, I've done the setting. It's on zigzag stitches now. So we are joining the down together first. Mind you, this is the down, so I will just still leave my pin there so I don't get confused. Can you see? You just join the foam together like this firmly, place it underneath the zigzag pattern, the zigzag machine, and you start sewing. This is what is happening. Do not overlap it on each other. You're just folding the foams together. And here we are done. Okay. For this part that didn't stitch well, I'll go in again and stitch it well. Okay, that has been corrected. Can you see what we are having? It's so beautiful. So we have our down parts joined together. Now it's time to join the upper parts.